Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today is part 2 of my wedding series of testing out, or trying out, or trialing. I've just said about 3 different things in the same sentence. Some wedding design ideas. So here is the palette we're going to be using, the plates we're going to be using in this video. It is the Valentine's Day Born Pretty L003 plate. I'm going to be using Glamour Gel number 3 from Brillbird, and I'm also going to be using Tia's Beauty Rose Dust. And then for the stamping, I'm going to be using white, and as always, it is the Moyu white stamping polish, which is number 15. So my plan for this is to do a nice, basically we're going to do a pink French with this and this. We're going to have nice glittery French tips, and then I'm going to do some stamping in the area that's, of course, not stamped, so not French tip, sorry. So yeah, I also might get some crystals involved. I'm not 100% sure yet, but like I said in my previous video for this, I am going to be doing 2 designs in every what am I trying to say, in every video for this. I'm going to do 2 different designs just so it's not completely boring. So yeah, let's get straight into it. I was just waiting for my peel off base coat to dry, but I think it's dry now, so let's get straight into it. I am going to apply a clear gel over my nails. I'm just going to use a, what's it called? What is it called? I'm going to get it out and show it you. No White Rubber Top Coat from Kiki London, because it's nice and thick, so I'll be able to apply it, gently buff it without affecting the peel off base coat underneath, and then we can go in with the design from there, because I don't want to do my design straight on my peel off base, because if I need to clean up my French, I won't be able to do that because the peel off base will be directly underneath. So I'm just going to very quickly off camera apply a coat of this, give it a quick buff over, and then we can get going. Okay, so I'm actually not going to buff them. I've just cured that top coat. I'm not going to buff them because I only need to do that for longevity, and obviously I don't need that because I'm going to be picking these off straight away anyway. So if you were to do these on your actual nails that you wanted to last for a while, I definitely recommend, if you'd done the same as me for any reason, like if I was doing this on a builder gel, I'd wipe the inhibition layer off, the tacky layer, and then I'd give them a quick buff, and then go in with my design, because I'm going to be putting the dust on, so you want to make sure that no part of your nail is tacky apart from where your dust is going, basically. So I'm going to go in with my Glamour Gel now, and I'm just going to start my French. So I am doing a French on all 4, but I won't do all 4 on camera because it'd be very, very boring for you to watch that 4 times over. So I'll do 1 or 2 depending on how long I mess about with the first one for. And then we can move on to the next steps once I've finished them off camera. To be honest, a almond French is not my strong point. I find a square French so much easier, and I have mentioned that a million times over on my channel. I just wanted to point that out in case you end up looking at this and thinking, God, that is not very good. That is why. It's just not my forte, I'm afraid. I do it all the time. It just takes me a lot of faffing. See, I feel like I need that to be a deeper French. Like, it needs to be a bit thicker. So I'm going to take it further down the side walls and a bit further down the nail as well. And of course, everywhere I put this gel is where my glitter is going as well. So I need it to be exactly how I want it. I do much prefer that. I think it still needs to go a little bit further down the side wall. Right, let's have another look. Much better, much prefer that. Okay, so once I'm happy with that, I'm just manoeuvring it to make sure it's exactly how I want it. And then before I do any of the others, I am actually going to put the glitter on this nail because I don't want to do all of them and then not like it. So I might end up just liking the glitter itself more than the actual loose glitter that I'm going to put on top of it. So I'm going to do one at a time. Don't worry, I won't do it all on camera because of course this video is going to have two sets in. So I'm going to cure this for just 10 seconds because I don't want it to lose its tack. I want it to be tacky enough for me to stick something to it, but not so I don't want it to be cured too much. If I cure it too much, it's not going to be tacky. And then I don't want to under cure it because it will move when I'm trying to put something on it. So I'm now just going to get my brush that I use with dusts and stuff. I'm going to pick some up and just pop it on that. Like so. Making sure to pop it all over. Right down the side walls as well. And then I'm going to pop that into the lamp to finish off the cure. And then once that's fully cured, I'm just going to get my duster brush to dust off all the excess, including off my actual hand as well. So I always go over with a lint wipe as well when doing stuff like this, just to really wipe off any excess that's not supposed to be there. So this is what we're left with. Absolutely love it. I've got a few specks down here that I can see. They're not stuck, but I have got a couple of things underneath my actual layer of top coat, which is just brilliant, but never mind. Anyway, I do actually really like that with the glitter. So we are definitely going to do that on all of them, I think. So I'm going to do that exact same process on all of them, and then I will come back here to carry on with this design. Okay, I finished painting the French on them all, so I'm just going in with my glitter now. So just making sure there's enough on my brush to manoeuvre it all over the area that I want it on. So if you keep patting over a tacky layer constantly without anything on your brush, you'll just remove the tacky and nothing will stick. So just going over that, making sure it's all nice and stuck. And then I'm just going to dust off my hand, not my nails, just my hand. Finish off the cure again and then dust off the excess. Okay, so this is what they're looking like so far. To be honest, I love them even just as they are. They are beautiful already. So I've got a feeling I'm going to like these. But they're very, very pretty actually. I'm not usually a French sort of person, but even I'm loving these at the minute. Right, so next step, we're going to do some, what's it called, stamping. So I'm going to go in with, I'm going to use this image here because I think that's very nice, and I mean the whole thing is obviously very bridal as such, but I do like this one. So I'm just going to grab some more couch roll. And like I said, I do want to keep these designs nice and simple because I have got to do them on my opposite hand. So that is why most things are going to be like not a lot of hand painting and stuff, because these are nails for myself and I need to have the patience to do them if I like them. So I'm getting my white stamping polish and I'm just going to, first of all, I'm going to get my stamper and scraper before I forget. So I'm using my clear jelly stamper. I've rolled it over my lint roller to make sure it's nice and clean, ready to use straight away. Right, so just going to place that on there. Pull down 45-degree angle and then roll over with my stamper. This is what it looks like. So I'm just going to take off that other image that I don't want. I'm going to do the stamping on 2 nails, I think. So I think on this one, I'm going to go up this side. Just roll it across the nail, make sure it's nice and stuck. And then I'm going to get my clean up brush and just get around the outside and get off the polish that's on my skin. Just want to make sure I like this one before I go and do it on another one. I do find that's actually very elegant, to be honest with you. And I might actually do it on the same side on the other. I don't actually. I'm just going to do it on that one. I don't want it to be overkill. So we're going to leave it as is because I think that is enough. And then I'm going to go in with my crystals. I have decided to do crystals. So I'm going to use these ones. And I want like a medium and really tiny one. pin them to get some out. Have a look. Right, there we go. So I want to do a medium size and then a really, really small one because there is really tiny ones in here. There's one up here, look. I want to do one like this size and then one like that above it, like 2 down the bottom like that. So I've got my little picker-upper tool and pusher arounder or whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to get some top coat to adhere them with. I usually would use rhinestone glue or builder gel. But because I'm going to be peeling them straight off and I don't need them to last ages, I am just going to go in with a bit of top coat because it's a clear gel that I've got to hand. So I'm just going to pop 2 dots on each of the nails I'm going to be applying these crystals to. And that is going to basically be every nail that doesn't have the stamping on it. Just like so. And then we use my picker-upper tool to pick up my medium one and my tiny, tiny one and place that on. I want them to be literally touching like so. I think that looks really cute. Nice and simple. I'm just going to move them up a little bit towards the cuticle so they're a bit closer. That's it. I actually don't seem to have got 3 of the really tiny ones out, which is not very convenient. I'm using the wrong side. Oh, there is one there and there's one here. So that's good actually. I'm going to pick them up. I should have put them on a hard surface. Would have made my life a lot easier, but never mind. Here we are. Okay, and then we want the next size up ones, which I think is that one. Yeah. These crystals are from Sparkle Supplies UK. Pretty much all of the crystals that I have are, to be honest. I have loads from that. They're so nice and really, really good value. So I'm just making sure they're where I want them. That little one there looks dull. I don't know whether you can tell, but it just doesn't look right. So I'm going to see if I've got another one. No, if not, I'm going to find one. I very, very rarely use crystals, but when I do only tend to use the really tiny ones. So I do run out of those first. Is that a really tiny one? No. So I don't actually think I've got another one. Oh, there's one. That's fine. We're going to use that one. So I'm just going to pull this one off and swap it for that one. That's better. Much more sparkly than what was going on with that other one, but it's fine. Right. Now they're all on and where I want them, I'm going to pop those into the lamp to secure them in place. Okay, so they're out the lamp now, so we're going to do a quick top coat. So I'm just going to go in with the one that I've used with glitter before, just in case there is any glitter lying around that's going to affect my top coat. And what's the word? I can't think what the word is and it's really annoying me. Contaminate, that's it. So it will mean that I might actually get a few specks of a different glitter on these nails that were not meant to be there, but I'd rather do that than contaminate a fresh bottle of top coat. I definitely need to clean this nail up because there is a lot of top coat on that nail. I didn't realise how much was on my brush when I was painting. Do you know what? I actually really like these, but I do think I prefer them with silver. I just didn't want to do silver again in this video because I did white and silver in the first one. But yeah, I do think I prefer these in silver, but I do really like them the way they are. I'm just not really a pink kind of gal, which is ironic considering I just wear pink builder gel literally all the time. Okay, so I'm going to pop this into the lamp for a full cure. I'm going to pop a bit of cuticle oil on because my hands are so dry, and then we can have a look at them properly. Okay, so this is how design number 1 turned out. I've just popped a sleeve on because I think they're better to see with a sleeve behind them. They're just so pretty. Like, I absolutely love these, I'm not going to lie. These might be a contender just in a different colour scheme because I'm not sure on the pink, but I love the design idea, if that makes sense. Absolutely stunning. Let me know what you think, but I think these are my favourite so far out of the 3 we've done. So, of course, unfortunately, now we need to take them off because I need to do the next design. But yeah, absolutely, honestly, I absolutely adore these, I'm not going to lie. So let's remove them, as sad as that is. I did find my gold tweezers again, but I can't remember what I did with them when I found them. So that's really good. I've lost them again, basically, which is just fantastic. But let's give this a go. Oh, that seems to be lifting very nicely. Look at that. Perfect. Honestly, I absolutely love this peel off base coat. It is so, so good. Just for anyone who hasn't watched my videos before or seen me talk about this, it is the Gel Bottle UK. Gel Bottle UK? It's not called that. It's the Gel Bottle creator base that I use for my peel off base coat. I will show you what it looks like real quick. Where is it? There it is. This is what it looks like. Gel Bottle creator base. Personally, is the only thing I would use from that brand, but it is amazing, I have to admit. So definitely recommend that if you are in on the hunt for a base coat. So yeah, I'm going to just apply another one and then I'm going to get going with another design. We're going to be doing some more stamping again and more glitter. So I'm going to be using that all the same products again, because I did mention in the last video I want to do that. So all the same products again, and then we're going to do a bit more stamping but with different stamps on the same stamping plate. So let me just pop on my peel off base and we can get started with the next design. Okay, so for these nails I'm going to be doing 2 full coverage glitter nails because I like glitter. I don't know why I said because, like I needed to explain myself, but I just feel like we need some glitter in our lives, so why not? I'm going to do 2 full coverage, 2 glitter fades, and then it's the glitter fade nails that I'm going to be popping some stamping on top of. So I'm just going to apply, actually I'm really sorry, but I am just going to quickly nip off and just apply my top coat just so they're all covered again and I'm not working directly on the peel off base coat. Okay, I've just popped that on, so I'm going to go in with my glitter now, and like I said, we're going to do 2 full nails and then 2 glitter fade nails. So these are the 2 full nails. I'm going to do the index nail and my pinky finger. That's just my preference of how I like to split my designs. Obviously you can do whichever nails you like, but I will do 2 coats of this and you'll be shocked at how much difference 2 coats makes. Honestly, it's just amazing. Such a beautiful product. Like, I absolutely love these gels. Every single colour is beautiful. I don't know if they've brought out any new ones since I bought the collection, but if they have, I have the original 15 and all of them are beautiful. I've literally got use out of every single one over the years. They are just stunning. Okay, so that's those nails, and then I'm going to do, like I mentioned, 2 fade nails. So I'm going to grab some of the glitter, place it at the cuticle, at the free edge area, sorry. I don't want it too like strong of a colour on the free edge because I am going to be stamping over the top of it, like I'm going to be overlapping with the glitter itself. So I do want to be able to see the glitter. So I'm just taking it to about my fingertip, and then once I've done that, I'm just going to wipe off all the excess from my brush. I'm even going in with my acetone to get it off completely. I know you shouldn't use acetone to clean your brushes, but unfortunately I always have, so it's a habit of mine. And then I'm just going to use it to fade that out. Super, super easy. It's really beautiful products, honestly. I'm just manoeuvring the glitter around so it actually looks like a fade and not just a harsh line. And then I will go back in and apply a bit more at the free edge, just to get a little bit more colour payoff and help with the fade effect. You could also use an ombre brush as well. I'm just being lazy and using the one brush because I can't be bothered to use multiple different ones. So there we go. So I'm just making sure it's fading nicely and there isn't any block lines anywhere or anything. And then once I'm happy, I'm going to pop it into the lamp for a full cure. This is what we're looking like so far. Very pretty. I think I'm actually going to keep it to just one layer of glitter on the pinky and the index because I think that looks alright as it is, to be honest. I don't want to go too overboard and then regret it and be too pink, so I think I'm just going to leave them as they are. Apologise if you're shouting at the screen for me to put some more on, but I'm not going. So just to protect that, I don't want to directly stamp on top of the glitter because I don't want my stamping to look a bit grainy, and I also don't want to have to potentially remove a stamp if I don't like it and then remove some of the colour payoff of my glitter. So I am just popping a clear coat of polish over the top. And I'll cure that and then I can stamp on top of that instead. It is a no wipe top coat in my case, but I wouldn't usually do that on a client or myself if I wanted it to last. Never put a no wipe top coat on a no wipe top coat because it is not meant to last at all for obvious reasons. There's nothing for it to stick to. But obviously in this scenario it really doesn't matter because I'm going to be peeling it off in about 5 minutes. So I'm just going to cure that. And then this time round I'm going to be using this image here on one nail. I'm going to be using these along here, and then also I'm not entirely sure. I think I'm just going to use 2 of those. I have 2 matching on the fade nails because I just think that's going to look really cute and it'll be nice to have it on both. And then I'm going to use these ones on the full glitter ones. So let's get straight into that. So I'm going in with this image here first. Need to open my polish. Got to make sure, sorry, I forgot to clean my stamper, so I'm just going to roll that over there, get my scraper at the ready, because you've got to move pretty quick with stamping if you don't want it to dry up too soon, etc. And then roll over. I've got my image right there, get off everything around it, and then we're just going to pop it straight on top of the glitter. There we go. Very pretty, absolutely love that. That is so cute. I don't think I'm going to do it on the ring finger. I'm going to leave the ring finger as it is, I think, actually. And then I'm going to do some stamping on this one. I'm going to leave them like that because I've just realised I don't have to do something on every single nail, so let's not. So I'm going in with these ones up here like I mentioned, so I'm just going to wipe over those. I'm going to pick them all up just because I'm not sure which ones are going to be my favourite or which pickup is going to be best, etc. So I'm going to pick them all up on my stamper, and then whichever ones look best are the ones I will use. So I think those 2 there look really, really good next to each other. So I'm going to get off the excess. In fact, I actually like the one on the end more because it is smaller. So I'm going to try and be sneaky and use both of these, but apply them individually. So we're going to pop this one here. And then this one, oh, I didn't think that through, did I? Do you know what? I don't think I like that anyway. No, not keen on that. Let me just wipe that off. And then try and see if this one looks nice just on its own. As an accident. Oh, that is cute. I think that actually goes a lot better with this one. Because it is so subtle, because it's just the outline. I think that actually goes better, so that worked out for the best, I guess. Yeah, I think they're very cute actually. I don't know whether I need to add more or not. So I've decided I'm going to do something really cringe. I wouldn't ever wear this, don't get me wrong, but I've already decided that these are not the nails for my wedding, so it's fine, we can ruin them now. I'm going to use this, but I'm going to put L-O-V-E on each nail. Just on the very, I don't know if it's on the tip or the top, on the very tip, I think I'm going to do that. So this is a Nicole Diary plate, it's number 28. I'm just going to clean it off, make sure there's no fluff on it or anything, and it's nice and clean. And then I'm going to, obviously it's going to be impossible to pick up one letter at a time, so I'm just going to have to pick up all of them, take off. In fact, I could cheat and do either side, maybe. Do it the quick way. So we've got L, V, and I just need to do the O and the E. So this time, of course, I'll remove the L and V. It's just quicker than doing all four individually. Okay, so this time removing the L and the V. And then we're doing the O on here and the E down here. Do you know what? I don't hate it. I might look back at this video in even just 10 minutes to come and think, oh my god, that is so cringe, why did I do it? But I really don't hate it. I'm shocked, but yeah, it's not too bad. So I'm just going to top coat again for the third time on this set. Again, pop a bit of cuticle oil on, pop them in the, well, pop them in the lamp, then a bit of cuticle oil on, and then we can see how they turned out. But I actually quite like these, you know. I really wasn't expecting to after I'd just put that really cringe stamping on there, but I quite like it. I actually think that I'd look really cute if you did a coloured French and then just the letters on the tips. I think I'm going mushy now that I've got a wedding book, to be honest, because there's never in a million years I would usually like something like that. It would usually give me the ick. But you know, here we are. The top coat is separating because, like I mentioned, you're not supposed to put no wipe on no wipe. But here I am doing it anyway. Anyway, I'm going to fully cure that, pop a bit of oil on, and then we'll have a look how they turned out. Okay, so this is what they look like. Now I've popped some cuticle oil on and they're not quite so crusty. I actually think they're quite cute, I'm not going to lie. Let me know what you think, or whether it's just ick city, cringe fest, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to put my sleeve back on. I've got a cardigan on the back of my chair, so I think sometimes they look better with the background. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know out of the two in this video which one your favourite set is. And if you did watch the last video, part 1 of this series, let me know which one your favourite is overall. I think my favourite is still the silver and white. No. Yeah, from the last one, it's still the same set. The silver and white with the leaves. And then for this set, I think the first one was my favourite. And then overall, I think those ones I've just done and took off were my favourite. But I do quite like these as well, actually. I'm not going to lie. Quite surprised at how much. I think I'd do the glitter fade on all of them because I do really love this Build Gel colour. Like, it's beautiful. So I do think that I will definitely be having that as my base colour. But because I like it so much, I want a design that's not going to cover it up too much because it's just so beautiful. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Oh no, I've got to remove them. Sorry, ignore me. Okay, I just had to get some photos of them quick before I took them off. So now we can ping them off, hopefully, if they come off as easy as the last ones did. They should do, because there's about 1 million layers of top coat on them, so they're nice and thick. Managed to scratch that, I think, somehow. Don't know what's gone on there. Beautiful. So satisfying. Oh, that was really, really awful. Apologies. Didn't even try and do that one well. There we go, lovely stuff. Anyway, there, I can finally actually sign the video off now. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll be back very soon with another video. Bye.